So circular bioeconomy is a promising strategy of converting biomass wastes into sustainable energy and sustainable products in a manner that helps in decoupling resource consumption and economic growth in a country. So if you look at India, as per a recent assessment, India is estimated to generate somewhere between 750 to 800 million tons of agricultural residue. And out of that, around 30% is currently wasted. In most of cases, it is openly burned, which leads to a lot of air pollution. At the same time, if we look at certain industries like pharmaceutical or food processing industries and cosmetics, they generate a lot of agricultural residue. So there is also potential for utilizing those residues into sustainable energy and sustainable products. Also, if we look at India's cattle population, we have around 300 million plus bovine population in the country, where the animal waste which are generated are also major source of methane emission, creating global warming potential. So if we look at all these resources, their valorization can be an effective strategy towards augmenting sustainable energy and sustainable materials. When these are kind of augmented in a efficient manner, particularly in a rural setting, it is going to create a lot of livelihood options, investment opportunities, and supporting sustainable rural development in the country. So, as I mentioned that all these biotic wastes, if we convert, say for example, into biogas, it can find application in sectors like transport, industry, and the residential sector. In this case, I would like to highlight particularly the transport sector in rural areas, because as we are moving towards sustainable mobility, in rural areas where electric mobility might be somewhat challenging, use of biogas can be a potential sustainable solution in providing affordable mobility solutions in the rural areas. On the other hand, use of these feedstocks, particularly lignocellulosic feedstocks in biorefineries, can help in producing liquid biofuels, industrial chemicals, and pharma grade products. Particularly liquid biofuels have the potential to blend with petrol and diesel, which when used can reduce the tailpipe emissions and help import dependency of fossil fuels. In the context of the valorization process, particularly when we are talking about biogas, there are a lot of bioproducts which are created. The byproducts can be a potential substitute of application of fertilizers in the agricultural fields, and often certain technologies like pyrolysis can help in converting the slurry into solid fuels, which can substitute coal and its application in industrial sector. So market-based instruments have been advocated as one of the successful ways of valorization of agricultural waste in the country, thereby reducing air pollution. And if we look at the carbon markets, it had been very successful in creating and generating values for whatever mitigation efforts that are being taken by different agents in the economy. In a similar way, if you are able to create markets for the products which are generated, it would also create opportunities and incentives for the circular bioeconomic sector. India announced the Green Credit Program last year, and the objective of the Green Credit Product program was to create markets for different kind of goods, environmental goods and services through the price discovery mechanism. But we should be also careful of the fact that this is one of the ways how we can create market for environmental goods and services, but at the same time other mechanisms, supportive mechanism, particularly technological innovation and incentives, need to go hand in hand. So when I talk about technological innovation, it is where the enhancement of the yield and productivity of the agricultural residues or other biomass waste need to be carefully addressed. In terms of the incentives, unless and until we are able to see a pull factor from the market, we won't be able to create opportunities for the different products which are produced. So this calls for innovative incentive mechanisms both for technology developers, implementers, as well as the products which are being produced in the process. And finally, I would like to say that there's a need for a concerted effort by all the stakeholders to see that how we are able to see the light of the day of these different solutions we are talking about. And obviously this calls for a continuous engagement across different stakeholders, and more importantly it has to be spearheaded by an entity, maybe at the central level, to ensure that all this what are needed falls into place, and we are able to really bring the true circular bioeconomic transition.